Greetings, fellow conquerors, and welcome back to Byzantium here in EU4, or the Biz, if you will. We're currently destroying the armies of the Protestant Reformation, just by virtue of, having basically double the amount of morale of the enemy forces that we're fighting. We've got some Nogai separatists in Muscovy. Okay, sure. Oh, somebody asked, by the way. They said, Dark, did you colonize without telling us? Even though you don't have exploration or expansion ideas? How did you do that, Dark? Are you like the greatest EU4 player ever? I mean, well, obviously, yes, of course I am, but no, I didn't do that. What happened was, French Brazil, one of their provinces got occupied, and somebody transferred the occupation to me. So it would be hilarious if I were to get a colony out of this, even though we have no colonists, but nonetheless, we're not going to be having colonies probably for a while, if ever, in this campaign, unfortunately. Though it would be interesting, the idea of having a new Rome in, outside of Europe. But anyway, let's go stack wipe these Brunswickians. Oh! The Protestants have surrendered! This is a glorious day. Oh wait, never mind. Somebody else pieced out. I was about to say I was ready. I was ready to give a speech even, but that's not the way things worked out. Anyway, let's go stack wipe this Brunswickian army. All right, we've got the right. This is the Tema Thessalonikis. All right, we're going into the woods, crossing a river, but it doesn't matter because we probably have double the morale that these guys do. Yeah, we've got 6.4. They've got 3.7. Not quite double, but enough that like they're having a bad day. Yeah, we lost 1,200 troops. They got stack wiped. We lost almost nothing as a result of that. Apparently, Riga is on our side. So, hello, Riga. Thanks for being a team player, as it were. Got tons of little stacks walking around. If we can swing this in our favor. Oh, we've caught the Salzburgian or the Anhaltian army. We'll just probably stack wipe this real quick as well. Yep. We said we lost a siege somewhere. I'm not really sure where, but these stack wipes are really helping our war score out. Unfortunately, it looks like the enemy is kind of hiding now, which is unfortunate. We're 8,000 manpower in the hole. We may look into getting mercenaries. That may be something that we need to do. Alright, looks like Theodoro's got some Crimean separatists. Sucks to suck, basically. But look at Theodoro. Look at him. He just won a battle with Hungary's help, of course. But look at him! He's even got like a unique unit sprite because he's goth, He's got a wear the all black and things of that nature. All right, there's this lone Swiss stack out here that is now making a break for it now that we've started marching towards them. I'm wary about taking an engagement that we can't win. So let's take a look at Switzerland. Let's see what kind of tech they're at. They're still at Tech 14. And the Muscovites are still at Tech 12, so the Muscovites could reinforce, but I don't really see this being a big issue, especially since this leader has 3-3, which is more or less going to negate the river crossing, if nothing else. Alright, we still took the river crossing, but it doesn't really matter because we have literally double the morale of the enemy that we're fighting, and we're going to stack wipe them in a couple of phases, taking minimal casualties. And we don't quite have the taking war score yet, but our war score is positive once again. There is a massive engagement going on down here with Bohemia. Let's see if we can get there to reinforce. Ooh, that's close. Ooh, that's close. When are we going to arrive? We're going to arrive on the 11th. 3 days. We reinforced just in the nick of time. This is going to be a huge battle. Yeah, about 4 war score, which in a war like this is just absolutely, absurd. Alright, let's get our troops out of there, get out of the attrition zone, because obviously we don't want to be in that. That would be quite bad, as it were. Let's see. Alright, what are we... It's been so long, actually, since, like, the last episode. Like, I really should just sit down and make a like backlog session, but school's been really rough lately, and holy moly, that's a lot of Polish separatists. I'm not going to fight them. We don't have the manpower or the motivation to. But we are helping out the Teutonic Order. I'm going to win back some of these sieges. Let's see, do we have enough supply limit? I know that I should probably separate my armies, just so we don't take like attrition everywhere we walk, but at the same time, we take a reduced attrition from defensive ideas, and man, those Crimean separatists are going AWOL. Oh man, that's bad. Looks like there's another engagement going on down here with the Bohemians. We've lost, but looks like this Hungarian stack is going to catch them, which is perfect for us because we're going to reinforce at the last second. And probably not only defeat them, but also stack wipe them. We didn't quite get the stack wipe, but that's okay. We're going to go, let's see, where's a place we can just chill? We'll chill here in this province of Shiraz. We have a new heir, Jonas, I think is how you pronounce that, Hunyadi. We may have a regency, but that's okay because we have a consort. How exciting. You know, this is my most, like, obviously this is like my most watched series because A, it's Byzantium, B, it's EU4, but you should all consider watching either my Crusader Kings 2 or my Medieval 2 Let's Play that I've got on my channel. Just think about it. I think you'll enjoy it, especially if you've never seen a Total War game before. I highly recommend it because I know a complaint a lot of people have about EU4 is that, like, oh, I can't actually control the battles very much, but in you know, Total War, you can actually like command the battle, you know, command the troops on the battle. It's not nearly as complex as EU4, but still quite a good game if you're into, you know, generalship and historical battles and things of that nature. Anyway, I digress. Now that I've done a little bit of masturbatory self-promotion, I don't want to lose prestige because our morale bonus is so high right now that I just want to maintain that advantage, basically. We are slowly and systematically saving the Teutonic Order from their own personal hell. So this is kind of cheesy, but I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to march this 6-stack on this 1-stack in the hopes that it will give us war score. Okay, it did, technically. So the thing is, when you stack wipe, it doesn't actually count as a battle. Although that may not be as important now that we've got that new mechanic where it's 10% of the battles fought, not... But then again, it doesn't really matter in the first place because we're currently at 30% winning. It looks like Austria may actually pull through and win this this war, which means that we're going to have the Austrian Emperor as our ally, potentially for like the entirety of the game, which is really, really good. Even though he'll probably never pass a single reform. Poor Austria. Alright, let's go kill our own rebels. We've done our part. The Roman legions have come through and have defeated the enemy. Alright, looks like we've got some small Bohemian stacks running away. We're going to go try to smash those. These are almost certainly mercenaries. We're probably going to catch both of these. Yep, we're going to catch both of these, and it's likely that we're going to stack wipe them. We did. Alright, we've crushed the Crimean separatists. Let's go take back our land. Alright, we've killed some more Bohemians at Warsaw. Hummus converted to Protestant in the middle of the war? Are you mad? Alright, Burgundy has allied the Platinum. Burgundy's still alive, by the way. In case you didn't know. Alright, that Muscovite does threaten me a little bit. Though they do have no cavalry, which is interesting. I don't like it because we're already manpower in the hole, and that's a battle we don't have to take at this point. Just because we're doing so well in this war. So, that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and return the troops home, honestly. And get ready for a invasion of the Papal State. Kind of, you know, the war is basically over. We want to get home, let our troops recover a little bit in terms of manpower. We've got, you know, 9,000 manpower to make up. We're only making 650 a month. Within a year, or so, we will have recovered and replenished our troops. Also, importantly, we really want to get Admin Tech 14 as soon as possible as well, just so we can get that extra idea group. And we're contemplating, of course, whether or not we want to take another military idea group, or if we want to take something like, oh, I don't know, humanist ideas, which would really help with the sheer amount of land that we're taking. Our Serbian pretenders have risen up. Okay, not really our concern. Although they do have our old dynasty, which is kind of funny. I'm not really worried about it. Some people hold. I'm more of a meritocratic man. I don't hold respect for the old dynasties. This, in fact, the Hunyadi dynasty has been serving us quite well, and a Yaghilan was, you know, the emperor who ended up bringing, you know, the empire back into its state, which is a shame because the Yagilans no longer exist. They have been removed from the map, as it were. Looks like Utrecht is trying to fight these separatists, so we are going to have to actually go and fight them ourselves, which is fine. Not really, but I'm fine. This is fine. Let's get these units together. Let's actually repay our loan. That'll get rid of a ducat ducat 17 every month. Look at these guys just like suiciding themselves onto this rebel stack. What's going on? Alright. The dynasty of our Basilius and Yadi is certainly a powerful one. Okay, so we're asking Hungary for help. We could ask for money. Let's ask for administrative aid. We could use more admin points, always, basically. Those pretenders certainly put up a fight, but it's all good. We've cleared out the rebels. 6,000 manpower in the whole. We've got 25 admin power, and our opinion of Hungary goes up. How are our allies feeling about us right now? Feeling pretty good, but at the same time, we've got lazy diplomats. Let's go improve relations, just in case. So we're at 46% war score. We're winning. Our enemy still has high enthusiasm. Almost everyone in this war has like high war exhaustion, with like the exception of us, just because nobody has come down to occupy our land, which is changing. Apparently the Muscovites want to fight, so we're gonna go kick the crap out of them, basically. They really want to fight these rebels. Well, obviously we can't allow that. They're all flocking to Muscovy. No surprise. Hey guys, what's going on? You ever seen The Full Might of Rome? No? Well? So it looks like we will be crossing a river here. He has the same maneuver score as us, so we'll be taking a -1. However, we do have a second army to reinforce in case things go sour. Bearing in mind that Muscovy is still 3 military techs below us. So this army is not as intimidating as we would assume. And yeah, as we can see, we're killing them about 4-1. We're still taking casualties, but this is going to be a pretty decisive victory overall. And it looks like the Muscovites are actually retreating back to one of these other provinces. Where are you going? You're heading to Azov. Oh no, they are retreating back to their land. They're just going kind of a weird route. We did lose some manpower there, but I mean, that was a pretty decisive victory. And more to the point, we've got 50% war score now, which is like really important. Because that's what you need to actually enforce the like the Catholic peace, as it were. We're just gonna re-siege these provinces, take them back. All right. Yeah. Somebody, I just wanna like pay attention to it, because I mean to every episode. There is a guy in the comments. I think his name is Imperator Zeos or something like that. And every episode he tells me to disable redundant notification flags. So just the flags that we're not like actually caring about, like oh, you're at war or your ports are blockaded. And I can understand why, but I just want to commend him for, if nothing else, his perseverance in in telling me literally every episode that of every series too is the best part. Like this series and my Crusader Kings series, he's just like, please disable these flags. And I just want to commend you for your dedication. If you, sir, if you were, like, you would be, like, a +3 Master of Mint. I would hire you, like, immediately. Well, maybe not immediately. Level 3 is pretty expensive, but could still be you could still be useful. Alright. Well, our manpower is doing actually surprisingly well. Looks like we are going to catch the Muscovites in the grassland here. I don't think we're going to need the reinforcing army is the best part. We're at 3-3, he's at 3-2. We're going to have a slight shock advantage, about equal on fire. However, they have 0 cavalry regiments, so, I mean, yeah, we're just going to squish, squish, squish. We lose 5% morale of armies due to poor uniforms. That sucks. However, we about killed them 1 for 1. We've gotten siege ability plus 15% for Yason Monomakos. Truce with Genoa has ended, or truce with Savoy has ended, sure. Oh yeah, Genoa is a country. I want this war to end in this episode, so you know what? We're gonna go a little bit over. We're gonna make an extra long episode, just so we can get this league war over with. I'm amazed that it hasn't ended yet, but what can you do, I guess? We've currently got 0.17 war score, which could have interesting implications. Now, one thing we could think about doing is this independent nation of Chernigov here. We could absolutely like attack them. They have no allies. They're currently married to Muscovy, but that doesn't really mean a whole lot. Plus, I think they're Orthodox. No, they're Catholic. Really, they're a bastion of Catholicism out in the middle of nowhere. Now, I thought about this from a role-playing perspective as well. Like why are the Byzantines the masters of, or the founders of the Orthodox faith? Why are they helping out the Catholics in this war? Well, first of all, we're Austria's ally. We did not get called in as a part of the league. We did not join the league, so we were neutral. First of all. Second of all, holy shit, that's a lot of Muscovites. Good lord. Anyway, so we had no stake in this war, and so we didn't join a league. And then Austria was the leader of the Catholic League, which is why we joined. That's because they called us in as an ally. Now, we have 2 other reasons to be invested in this war. First of all, we get more possible advisors. That's cool. Nothing useful, of course, but hey, there's more of them. Anyway, so, all right. French has peaced out. France has peaced out of the war. Looks like Castile took a province from them, as well as probably some other things were taken, if I had to guess. But we're back down to 41% war score. Hopefully, the Austrians can carve this out. I really don't want to have to spend more manpower. I would like to just wait and go and kill the Papal State. It looks like the entirety of the Protestant League War is over, and it looks like we inflicted we inflicted about 40,000 more casualties than were inflicted on us, which doesn't really say a lot considering that over 1 million people died on each side. I don't even know if the population of Europe was high enough for that back then, but whatever. Alright, Austria accepted peace with Bohemia. Alright, the Peace of Westphalia. The war of religion in the empire has ended conclusively, and the 2 sides have assembled in the city of Münster in Westphalia to sign a compromise peace. According to the terms of the Peace of Westphalia, a confessional faith of each state shall be determined by his ruler, according to the principle of whose realm, his religion. Very well, so we have religious peace. So the emperor may be of any faith, which is okay, because Austria can still be the emperor, which is important. Somebody else might get elected, but at least Austria has the potential, and that's what really matters. Okay, so didn't go over as much as I thought it would. We're currently prepping now. Let's take a look to kind of get hyped about the next episode, as it were. Let's call back our Hungarian diplomat, and let's see what would happen if we declared war on the Papal State today. Holland, Portugal, Bohemia, and Alsace would join, but Castile would not, and this is important to think about. Honestly, I think if we merked up, we would actually be in a pretty good state to defeat these enemies. Now, unfortunately for us, Hungary and Austria would be in a terrible position to actually help us in this war. But honestly, I think we could beat this alliance. Bohemia has got to be, like, really hurting after that war. Just the sheer amount of troops that they lost. Alsace is Alsace. They're not really going to be, you know, posing too much of a threat there. Whoops. At any rate, let's let's go ahead and end the episode. So thank you for joining me, my fellow Romans, and I'll see you guys on the next one. We'll figure out what to do.